can't get the full stretch. I'm just not comfortable with it.
We usually start off with some stretch and fires just to get loose. It's cold in here, so once you're warm, you let us know. We'll start some of the drill work. What are some of the stuff that you've been struggling with this swing?
Stretch has been like, I can't get the full stretch. I'm just not comfortable with it.
Are you talking about like up the back or the forward move? Like what is it? That kind of both? Okay.
My back doesn't get loaded fully. It's a problem I have my whole career is my back kind of, I have a tip.
Yeah.
And it'll like keep moving as I'm going forward. So like I just don't fire from the same spot all the time.
Okay, so is it one of those things like you make your decision to swing and then decide and then you have to do stuff? Okay, good. Well, that's most people. Anyways.
It's that 8-hour drive, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You can kind of see that there's a forward there with these stretch and fires, but there's not up the back yet. Are you ready? All right, so now let's go with the small bat. When you're doing it, here, stand on this side so you can kind of see. When we're going, right now you have this like around. You have this around, which is good. Even in the stretch and fire, you're like this, and you go around, but you don't move up and around as you go, right in there, okay? So we're gonna do some stretch and fires here with the small bat, and when you're doing it, yeah, we're gonna exaggerate the tilt, the snap, and all that, but I want you to more so focus on getting to this spot where you feel like there's a pause, and then exaggerate swinging down the back. So get all the way up the back, all the way around the hip, and then go from there, okay? We're gonna do these as snap stops to start. You know how to do a snap stop, right? I'm sure you went through that with Rich. It's literally, yeah, that's it. Just to feel it go down the back really fast, okay? Yeah, we'll go 3/4 open, stretch and fire, just like that. And actually, so you can feel it even more up the back, scoot up, we're gonna have this in line with your back hip. Yeah, just like that. So around, up, pause, then go. Good. Now try to snap stop this one so that way you can exaggerate how fast you can do it. Make it sudden. Feel the stretch up the back. Good. Yeah, that already looks different than what you had on the propeller. Yeah, it's just that up right in there and then the pause. Get a good feel for that, and then we're gonna do that with the foot in the air right after. Get a good feel for it.
That's where everything is messed up.
Yeah. Right now it's just like get the pattern, and then we're gonna test it right there. All right, you ready for the foot in the air? Yeah. Now we do this one. I like to, instead of trying to do a bunch of things at once, I'm gonna hover it closed, but I'm gonna already preset by pinching my scat back. So right when I get there, you know how when you go up the back, you kind of preset it into it? We're just gonna already start preset. So then we only have two things to focus on. We're gonna hover this thing closed and then work up the back without moving our scap. And then just launch from there. We're gonna see if you can get the feel, that pause feeling up at the top there.
Up the back without moving.
Yeah, so just think, I've already removed this move. It's already done. And now all I'm gonna do is hover it closed and feel a stretch literally in my back without having to worry about what my arms are doing. It's already done, yeah.
Same thing on mine.
Yep, same thing. Good. And sometimes, like some of the guys, when they get this feel, they have it a little looser when it's like game time, like game swings, but then they end up just presetting it before he actually breaks away, and then it's all done, you know? Find that pause. Good, really good. That was it. That was sudden. Yeah, the pause, because you were going forward, but you weren't moving. You know, that's it. Good. That's the best part about people who have already done this a little bit. I was just about to say you went forward, but you already could feel it right away, so good.
That's what I love about this swing. It's like you kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah. It's different. You can actually rely on cues and that you've heard or felt in the past as opposed to like swing faster. Yeah. Aim over here. Yeah. You know, it's like those are nice, but they don't do the job, dude.
You do it right, your swing's over right there.
Yeah, it's done, right?
Yeah.
Which is what you want. The last thing I want to do is try to manipulate bat through space. Whenever I do that, I already know ass is out, horizontal way. I am fucked already. I'm breaking bats, you know?
So I couldn't hit a cutter to save my life because everything was like, I was out and around.
Yeah.
And I used to have to think like so much that like any other pitch, I was screwed.
Yeah.
So I was up there like, where this way, I've just been like, dude, you throw a strike, but and I'm right, you're free.
Yeah, exactly. See, how long can you hold the balls before you snap it? Make it a changeup. Good. Those are always more sudden when he does it. We're gonna do some side toss with the insider where you're doing the exact same trill, but you got a snap stop. Now, when he's throwing it to you as well, he's actually gonna be throwing them at kind of like an angle. I really like the as deep as I can stuff when I'm warming up, just so I don't have to think about the tilt. Like, it's just gonna happen. So he's gonna be kind of coming from this 45 back here, and you're just doing the exact same thing, but snap stopping with this. You've used this, right? Okay, good. I kind of want to see that last one real quick, because that was right there. There's the pause. Keep the leg instant when you choose to go. Full speed. Oh, that's slow-mo. Stop it. Instant. Good. Very good. Okay. Same exact thing. Here we go. Yeah, go ahead. We're going to hover it closed, and he's kind of coming in slightly behind you. The goal here, and hopefully he doesn't because he hits the ball hard as shit, is hit him. He's like, oh, right there.
Is it okay if I finish like?
Absolutely, especially in this drill. I literally just posted a video this morning of Kyron and Scott doing the exact same thing. It looks and feels in this drill, in this setting, like I'm swinging up, even though you're not. We know that you're swinging down your back, but it looks and feels like that, and I'm exaggerating the tilt. So when I do that, yeah, naturally I'm probably gonna do a little bit more like the Barry Bonds finish. That's fine. Once you actually get more of the forward move and the ball's coming this way, it's not gonna be like that, you know? Good pause right there. That was probably the best one. There's the changeup, right? That was money back there. Did that feel different on the changeup?
Yeah, I feel like I was just sitting there waiting.
Literally the pause, 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 and then from behind the leg. That's perfect.
Dude,
You look like you've been doing it for a while, honestly. That's pretty good. There it is. All right, are you ready for that? Let's move on to the flips. So now let's start stretch and fire again. We're gonna go right to hovering it close. Same thing over there, but now with the ball moving this way. Not fastballs and changeups yet. That was better. That was quicker. Think muscle twitch quick, not like add more muscle into it to make it more powerful. How fast can you do it? There you go, right there. There's the tilt.
That's kind of the one that's making me a little trouble.
And that on that one though, the ball usually when the ball leaves his hand, that's when you're in that pause, like you're kind of floating forward, but you're not. In that one, the ball left his hands, you were still trying to get up the back. You know what I'm saying? So that you already had that all the way maxed out. You had your scat pinch. You were waiting when the ball's in movement. So on the next ones, go ahead and just like climb the ladder. But on the next ones, just try to exaggerate. Like I'm waiting the whole time the ball's moving. I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? That was a better weight though. That was just, I mean, that was higher than that. That was definitely top. On the next one now, we're gonna do the Flamingo. Okay, now the Flamingo, I highly recommend now have your arms already pretty. Have you seen how Judge has his arms kind of out from? Yeah. So I call it like the Judge start. Okay, I'm not saying this is like you go game tomorrow, you don't start there, right? But for the feel, have your arms out here, so I can. For some reason with a bat, I'm much better with that. But for the feel, have your arms out here, and then when you pick up and go around, think now that's when you're actually gonna get up the back, around, pinch the scat back. So in order to do that though, because you're starting here, you're gonna have to start very slow, very early. So it's gonna exaggerate that part of the load. If you don't start very slow, you don't start very early, you're gonna feel like you don't have enough time to get that done. Up the back, yeah. Pinch up the back, yeah, exactly, and go around. So you gotta get that foot in the air early, you gotta start early, yeah, and then wait. Still not fast and slow yet, just one speed. That was money, but I forgot one part. It's the Flamingo drill. So on that, we're starting on one leg, and that's when now it's like up the back and around from right there. Yep. That was good though. And now you see how you got ready as the ball got there? Yeah, this gotta be early. Gotta be early. We're waiting. Better. Just missed it. Not all the way there. So put the hands just a little bit closer to where they're at, so that way you can just exaggerate the scap kind of going towards the spine as you go around that back pocket. You had a lot more weight there. There you go. That was good. You missed it, but you had a lot more weight there.
I feel like I get my swing off there.
Yeah.
So now I just gotta get.
Exactly. Yep. These are good. So this is just, I recommend when you pull this out of the toolbox, it's an exaggeration of the feeling of getting the scap pinched to the spine. Like if you kind of lost there and you're like, maybe I should start here, instead just a little away from you. So now it's like, okay, before he breaks away, I'm gonna get this thing back and up, and I have enough time to be able to do that, you know? Instead of, I'm not a big fan of in the middle of a game, like, I'm gonna start here, yeah, no, but if I can go from here and be like, okay, I don't feel my scap at all, I'm gonna start here and then slowly work it back. That's a lot easier of an adjustment, you know?
Yeah, because I don't ever feel comfortable with the pause.
Yeah.
Like, but when I get it, it feels great.
Yeah.
But it's like forcing myself to get there where I'm like,
and wait instead of, I bet you used a ton of momentum when you hit, right?
100%.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts. That's why it feels weird.
Yeah.
So let's just focus on constraint drills today that kind of make you exaggerate that, you know? Not quite there. It was a great swing, but yeah, we got to find the weight, the pause. Oh, yeah, that's the butter. It ran back in, dude. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. It's the Happy Gilmore, not like how you did it at the other place that I'm not gonna say their name. The way that we do it, it doesn't really matter how the first step is, but I recommend, because of what you're working on, make an aggressive first step, so that way you have to immediately go up the back and find it. So when I'm doing the Gilmore, that's how I do it too. I'm not a big fan of like the slow one, because then I'm not really challenging myself to resist the forward momentum. So I take an aggressive step and I immediately get on and around up the back. And so I'm just waiting the time that he releases. If you feel like he releases it and you're still trying to kind of get cute with it and blend it all together, just exaggerate getting it all done sooner, as soon as you can. Yeah. That was, dude, because you were waiting for so long. You got there so fast, and you were just waiting the whole time. That was money. Yeah.
When I miss, well, actually I hit that harder. When I miss underneath,
Yeah.
is it because I'm like,
No, I just, right when you said that, that's literally what I'm over here to look at real quick. Because my eyes. Yeah. It's hard to tell because you hit a home run every time.
no, that was like, I always tell people like, don't get
Oh, no, that's better. Look. There you go. That was out from. Hold on. And it was low. Didn't release your arms until you had to. Much better. That's good, dude. Is that in there? Was that inside? Yeah? Good.
I think I can get flick like Rich told me to flick into the stretch
Uh-huh.
as opposed to away from it.
Yeah.
So like on that inside pitch, I really got to get used to flicking into the stretch.
Yeah. And then, trust the leg when you do it. That's the big thing. Like when you do it, if you're operating from the rear leg, you flick that thing literally into the stretch, but it's because the leg is taking it for a ride. If the leg doesn't take it for a ride, it doesn't matter how directional you are with this. It's going to feel like I have to adjust with my arms wherever it is, you know? And 99 on the hands, adjusting with your arms is not fun. Not at all. Oh, there you go. That was inside too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I would exaggerate. Now that you're feeling good, lots of barrel stuff is starting to blend together. Go back to get it all done really fast and hold. Yeah, all day. And that was coming inside.
Yeah.
That was nice.
I actually hit the ball harder too when I pause and think about like quickness
Yeah,
as opposed to blending it together.
exactly. Because you have to. You have to be so quick when you actually pause. Yeah. Very good.
You can swing whenever you want, dude. It's like so much easier.
Yep. You don't have to use all the muscle you got. You just let your power. I mean, you'll hit the ball farther than other people who are less strong, but you don't have to try to do more in order to get more, you know?
Yeah, a little bit forward.
You got fooled, but you were able to hold it.
Yeah.
Hey, that was good.
Yeah. Hold the stretch.
Uh-huh.
And it was kind of my toe that went down, so I was probably still.
Oh, no, you were still rear-legged.